virus. 1 in 15 Americans live with it, some without even knowing it. However, in Day-Day's case, the results were extreme. The reason he looks this way is that his warts are uncontrollable, and that baffled doctors. Dr. Hardy is a leading plastic surgeon in Indonesia and the head doctor in Day-Day's case.
When Day-Day come here in this hospital, I saw that almost all of the body of Day-Day had a wart.
Local doctors tried to treat Day-Day by cutting the warts off. How come it wasn't fixed then?
About 15 days after the operation, they grew back and spread, but this time even faster.
If there is still the fire in his body, growing of warts, I think is possible.
He used to go to the mosque when his feet and hands were normal. But when the people start staring, he didn't go to the mosque anymore.
As these growths, looking more and more to villagers like bark and roots, slowly took over his body, Day-Day lost the use of his hands, his livelihood. Doctors offered a radical solution, one that horrified his mother.
The doctor said he could cut off his hands. I was so sad.
And what about Day-Day? Did he talk to you about it?
Day-Day refused to do that. He can't move his hands anyway. So why should the doctor cut his hands? It wouldn't make any difference.
Seeing how his condition is now and how the warts have spread all over his body, do you think you made the right decision?
Because Day-Day can't do anything, that's when his wife asked for a divorce. Because I love my son, I said okay. If he wants to move in with us, then that's our duty as parents, because we love him.
Without a job, deserted by his own children, they went to live with his sister-in-law. Simple movement became difficult because of the weight of his hands and feet. Soon Day-Day could not feed or dress himself, or even get his hands to fit into his sleeves. Did you make these yourself? You made them? So this is Day-Day's shirt, right? His day-to-day shirt? And you created these zippers here? So we would go like this, and this big opening here for the sleeve. Wow. That is pretty creative. A son by his parents. But what of the fate of his children left behind? It's another journey, crossing the river from his parents' house, wife. There's no page where Day-Day's children live. We fear that our presence is a bit too much for them. Are you always this shy, or is it just because there are all these cameras around? Do you miss your dad?
Yeah.
How is it like growing up with Day-Day as a father? Did you ever help him?
Yes, because he could not do anything.
Yeah, not dressing him, but feeding him.
Day-Day's children, leading normal lives in their village, show no signs of inheriting their father's condition. Their mother now gone, and Day-Day in the hospital, his teenage daughter walks us to the home they used to live in as a family. Day-Day's sister-in-law, who took the children in, lives next door. Did they ever talk to you about what some of the other kids would say about Day-Day?
They would say, "Ugh, look at your father. He's like that." I said, "Don't listen to them. He is your father. No matter what, he is still."
And what about your sister? Do you agree with your sister's choice? Would you have done the same thing if you were in her shoes?
Yeah.
No. I would still love my husband.
Do you think that what happened to Day-Day had an effect on the kids?
We pray for him to be cured, to be normal.
Do you think he will be cured?
Hopefully he can be better.
Hopefully. A handyman who lost the use of his hands, the ability to take care of his family. Day-Day left the comfort of this village to seek a living the only way he could, begging on the streets of the city.
And we'll be back with Day-Day's amazing surgery in a moment. But first, it's your chance to be the doctor. During tonight's program, we'll give you the perplexing details of a real case, the symptoms as they actually occurred. You can vote during the broadcast, online or by phone, on what you think that for a young man with a fierce headache that won't go away.
Here's the case. Sean is a 33-year-old dad who has always had allergy symptoms and always had a feeling of vertigo, a little dizziness.